I'm Knock, and there is a game out there that means the world to me. A game that I think about all the time. A game that has changed who I am as a person. That game is no other than Crazy Pig for the Nintendo DS. Crazy Pig is a game from 2007, developed by K-Link, who made some obscure mobile ports of some Crash and Spyro games. However, this game was published by Mindscape, and I thought this was insane until I learned with a bit of research, it's not the cool Lego Island people that I thought. They just share the same name. All they have in common these days is that neither exist. In all seriousness though, I bought this game as a complete joke, because my friend Yeg showed it off when we were talking about our game collections. I thought this game was funny, and like any sane person would do, I overpaid to have it shipped to my house. 35 to 40 bucks later and a few weeks of waiting, and I had myself the golden child of my collection. Now how does this glorious game actually fare? Well, it's certainly a game, alright. It's got that crusty shovelware look with its cheap textures and crunchy sounds. Only the most quality content for my collection after all. The game is split up into two sections, the raising a pig part of the game and the minigames, both of which are some of gaming's greatest pieces of work. The raising a pig half of the game is just as it sounds. You raise a pig by feeding it and cleaning it, but you also get to dress it up. Well, dress up the pig only appears at the top of the screen, and then the cosmetics actually show up anywhere else in the game. And to keep the pig happy, you need to constantly feed and clean it, which will deplete you of resources faster than you can actually obtain them. The minigames themselves are rather simple. You get a single objective with some obstacles you need to prevent by either tapping, breathing, or yelling into the mic. Anyone who's used a DS in their life would know that those last two are pretty much the same thing. Minigames also rotate depending on the season that is currently occurring in the game. I'm not too sure when it shifts seasons, but it feels like every 10 or so minigames. I'm not too certain on that, but I don't care enough to go back and check. So just know that depending on the season you're in, you're going to be locked out of 3 minigames, and you're going to have to wait till you can play them again. The main antagonist of this game is the wolf, who is always an obstacle as he screws with you and frames you for property damage. By the way, is the head in the wall in the cleaning minigame Crazy Pig's dad? Did the wolf kill him? What is the lore of Crazy Pig? In the final minigame, you're tasked with defending the heads and fighting off the wolves. This makes the final minigame bring the game full circle by defeating the wolves and getting revenge for Crazy Pig's father. Crazy Pig is truly one of the greatest games I've ever played. It puts the likes of Red Dead Redemption 2 and Halo to shame, with gripping gameplay and a permanent hole in my wallet. All I'm saying is this game deserved Game of the Year in 2007, not BioShock. By the way, I just want to throw in here that I think it's crazy that Crazy Pig doesn't even glance at the hoghead in that room. He's still happy and carefree as he tracks mud everywhere. Maybe Crazy Pig is the killer. Maybe that's why he's crazy. Who knows what he's up to? Or where he is. Or what he could be doing at this very moment.